Okay, so this is the last one. Took me a couple of days to do this. I had a call with a couple students, and they said they really liked doing the Spotify data analysis, and so this one's actually going to be fun. I'm actually going to extend this a little bit deeper. So if you look at this line, at least this code here, it looks complicated, but it's not. I'm gonna kind of go. Excuse me. I'm kind of gonna go through it with you a little bit. This is creating two variables, x and y. It's gonna be the x and y axis. And it's going to be the x-axis is going to be from 0 to 1. At least I'm saying x is 0 to 1 and y is 0 to 1. And I'm going to plot this, right? I'm going to plot this. Let me not include that plus. And if you do it like section by section, you can kind of see what's going on here first. Of course, what does it say? It says, okay, that didn't run data frame. That's fine. I love making mistakes, so we learn from them. It's just going to give us a blank canvas from 0 to 1 for both x and y. Let's see. That's what it should give us exactly. 0 to 1, 0 to 1. The next couple lines, it says create a vertical and horizontal line from 0.5 and from 0.5 on both x and y axes. So that's just these two lines do vertical V, H, vertical, horizontal. Okay, so we look at that. Boom. Okay, that works out. Great, fantastic. X, this is scale XY. This just makes the axis look better from 0 to 1. I'm gonna remove the black and white. I'm gonna remove the gray background. And this is just gonna make the axes the titles a little bit bigger. So let's go ahead and just run that. I really didn't label number. I think 'cause I don't have scales. Okay, make sure that I'm gonna keep this here for you all. Okay, I'm almost certain that's it. Hopefully that's it. It's gonna be embarrassing. I have to press pause and then do this again. But I think that's it. That was it. Okay, good. Looks cleaner. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is then with regards to geom-rec, I'm gonna change the color based off of the region of the squares. Okay. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm gonna create a range of I'm gonna create an image based on the valence and energy of a song. That's what you see, valence and energy. So all these are the different regions within that 0 to 1 for X and Y on the X and Y axis. And then this is me labeling it. So this is valence and energy. This region means something. This region means something. This region means something. This region means something. So that's back to what we saw in the original visualization, the original image that we showed. And then this is just labeling it. Which is quite interesting. I'm taking like another moment or so just explaining what each region is so you can kind of make sense. And it's ideal that you actually are familiar with this idea of what valence is. So valence in and of itself is a positive or negative feeling. So and low valence is like sad and um, like turbulent, whereas high valence is happy, joyful. And so here, when anything is above 0.5, we're arbitrarily leaving it to be joy and happy, and then anything less than 0.5, we're leaving it to be turbulent, and sad and melancholy. Cannot pronounce that word. Whereas energy is a little bit self-explanatory. Low energy doesn't have that much feeling, whereas high energy above 0.5, it does have a lot of feeling in it. It's upbeat. Then I say positive, but like fast, upbeat. Okay. And so how these songs are measured, like I'm telling you, Spotify has some algorithm to do that. And so I didn't create my favorite artists with this data frame, at least with the data frame that I have here. So let me pause the video and do that. Give me a second. Okay, so again, I'm taking some time in this. I'm going to do some extra stuff. All right, so here I'm creating this playlist data frame, which is cool and fantastic, which allows me to have this artist name. We actually had a phone call, not a phone call, Zoom call with some of the students regarding this matter. Is that if you go into this data frame, and actually I renamed it. Let me just run this so I can have access to it using the rename that I use. If you look at this, it's all the way at the end. your actual name that you're after, the artist name is all the way at the end. And so some students don't want this, or you don't necessarily want this. I mean, you can actually just move it. And how you do that is by using this the pipe function. You do relocate. The function is called relocate, and the variable that you're after is artist dot name. And you're gonna say, I'm gonna say after dot after. Okay, that's the actual. I want it to be after a particular variable. So the variable that I want it to be after is playlist ID, just so I can have it really close to the front. Okay, now I'll go back to here. You have artist name right here. This is I wanted to play in a wedding, so I was practicing this guy. I was trying to learn how to play out like how this guy played, and so this is my little mix. But then I threw some people in here, and I threw a little curveball. Hopefully, maybe you all can see the curveball in here. That was by mistake. I just want to see how this artist compares to other artists when I do analysis on that data. So here I go. And so this right here, this. All right, let me actually explain what was happening here on this line. This P1, I can save this background. I can save this data frame, this actual background, or this visualization as a background. So let me just go ahead and save that now. Okay, and I can use that with various data. So I can put a lot of different. I can use different layers. I'm pretty sure we explained that in the visualization video, but the visualization of layers. So I can layer more data upon it, on it. Okay. And so let's go ahead and do that. And I'm actually use my playlist data frame. Okay. And actually this won't work. And I already know why, because I didn't create a variable called danceable. But it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and run it and show you that it's not gonna work. Boom. Danceable doesn't exist. That's fantastic. I'll just create it here for funsies. Okay, boom. Well, maybe I didn't need the artist name. That's fine. Okay, good. Ran that. Now danceable does exist. Oh wow. Okay. So here most of my songs are really sad. This is for a wedding, for goodness sakes. Some of them are happy. Again, these are arbitrarily, I define them here. Like I set the names of them here. But they're low valence, low energy. I mean low, like not positive. And then a lot of them are low energy, but that makes sense because it's not supposed to be upbeat. But the color is supposed to be if it's danceable or not. And so some of these sad songs are danceable. Interesting. You know what? For analysis sake, why don't we just then do this again? Why don't we just do the relocate? I'm gonna do it the long way. I'm gonna type it out just so you all can see my analyses. Relocate danceable, comma, dot, after artist name. Let's see what this looks like. So playlist. And then those that are not danceable, that's what I'm after. Oh, these are all yes. Little Scrappy makes sense to be danceable. That's the curveball. Then some of these other songs, and then these are the no's. Interesting. What else can we do? Okay, what else can we do? You know what? Let me get another playlist, and I'm gonna extend this video just a little bit longer, just so I can show you all what else can be done. Hold on. I mean, y'all can fast forward. I'm just gonna talk. So here we go. So this is my spinning playlist. There's some interesting songs on here. Some fast beats, some African, some Kaytranada, some I think that's EDM. I don't know. Let's go ahead and just get this one right here. Okay, boom. Hopefully it doesn't embarrass me. It says 65 songs. I'll go here. My R's on my computer. Don't mind that. Okay, I'm just gonna paste here for a second because I need just this part. If you look at the website, it was kind of funny. You don't even have to press that button. If you just look at the website, the playlist is right there. At least the URI is right there. Just found that out a couple seconds ago. Run this. Hopefully don't embarrass me. Come on, you can do it. Yes, I got it. It's supposed to be 65 songs. Yes, I got it. Boom, 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 boom. Excited. All right. So with that being said, where am I? Visualize. I'm next to that. It is because I need too many things on my face. My data. Don't need to do this again. Don't need to do this. I can do this for funsies. It's not going to do much. Let's actually look how this changes for fun. Ooh, of course, when I'm spinning, I need my music. Right? So I need my angry, I need my happy, I need to get going. You see how it changes. I like that. All right, so good. So that means let's go ahead and create a new R chunk. Some variables, like let's just look at this again. So we have what data? Where is it at? It says my data. It's in my data. Where is it at? Playlist data. Playlist data frame. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do column names. What that means, I'm gonna look at all the column names in this just so I can get a better grasp of what's going on. What do I have access to? Why is it 63? Should it be 63? Yes, it should be 63. So I have 63 variables. The big nice ones just analyze is going to be somewhere between 8 danceability all the way down to like tempo. Did they even have time, the length of the song as a quantitative variable? Yes, they do. Let's just do something for funsies with track of duration. Does track and duration and energy have a relationship with one another? It shouldn't. It definitely shouldn't. But I'm curious, and I just want to show you how your curiosity can be itched or solved. Okay, let me keep talking. Let me keep doing this. So playlist, data frame, pipe, ggplot. And again, these are two quantitative variables. Time, I'm assuming it's time. Time is quantitative. We'll find out real fast if I'm wrong. And then we have, what did I say? Energy. Okay. And that's going to be quantitative energy is between 0 and 1. So let's say X is the causal variable. So let's say time. So duration, track. If I start typing duration. Okay. And then Y is equal to energy. Okay, good. Those are two quantitative variables. Therefore, I should use a point, geom point, to visualize that. I mean, I know there's a lot of ways of doing. You may make a mistake in thinking of one layer that doesn't make sense. It's okay. Make mistakes. That's how we learn. I'm learning the same thing. So make mistakes. It's okay. Theme BW because I hate great background. I don't know if Danielle says that in her videos, but I just hate the great background. Of course, not really much of association. Shouldn't be. This is randomness. Okay, a pattern. Okay. Let's see. What about energy and like what's a not valence but energy and like all these are going to be high energy, right? Above 0.4. It looks like that makes sense because they're used for me to dance on the spin machine. Liveliness. Let's look at that liveliness. Okay, boom. Well, this is interesting. Let's interpret this. So above, most of these are above 0.5, 0.4 in terms of energy. What about here? This little threshold here. What's going on here? So like this is where you put on your Carmen Sandiego hat and say, let's dig for more. All right. So this happened. All right, and I'm just gonna just hold this image here in our memories and say, you know what? I'm gonna say playlist data frame. I'm gonna call this mod 1. Okay, mod 1. That's my first modification. Is equal to playlist data frame pipe. All right, I'm gonna not filter. I'm gonna do mutate. I don't know if y'all did this in the videos. My apologies, but at least you're gonna learn something new here. Different high. I can do it. High liveliness. And so anything, let's say a vertical line here, because anything below here is very, very interesting. Anything below 0.2 is very interesting. So I'm gonna do it if else. There's a lot of ways of doing the same exact thing. Many ways to the top of the mountain, choose one. Many ways to the top of the mountain, no many. KNOW. So live liveness is, it doesn't matter, greater than 0.2. We're going to say high, and then we're going to say, then there's less than, we're going to say low. All right, so that's cool. So what I want to now do is look at what are those what are those songs that are considered to be low. There has to be some commonality, and I want to know why. Okay, so of course, let's do a relocate. That relocate variable is helpful. Let's do that. Let's do high liveliness. It should be able to catch it. Yeah, good. Caught it. Mod 1. High liveliness. Okay, so the ones that are high, because it's not like it's an even mix, but the ones that are high have issues. Is where I'm like, why are they? Why? I randomly just stopped. Sorry about that. Whatever. I looked at something in another direction. Because I thought that was kind of, that example was a little hard to really break down in piece. I want to let you all know something called Lubridate. I think you might have to install this using install that packages Lubridate. Maybe you don't. You just type Lubridate like that and run that. But I already have it, and so I'm gonna run it. And this allows us to work with time variables. This is actually really advanced. I don't talk about this like for a day or two during like module 2 or month 2. And the reason why I do that because it's a little complicated, but I get excited when I do fun stuff. So I want to create this month variable. I think I might be doing this right. We'll find out. Month of added date. So the thing is with this data set, I found that I actually have the time that I actually added the data. And this is actually kind of this format of data is kind of interesting. I won't say complicated, but it's just interesting. Mod 1 playlist $sign added that's the variable. This is going to tell us the data type. I think it should be a POSIX something. Oh, it's a character. Oh, this might not be recorded. Let's see if I can change this as date. What happens? Okay, this is going to turn into a date variable. Okay, I can take that. It's going to remove, because this is actually the time as well. And we can do more analysis that way, but it's fine. We're going to change. We're going to do as dot date. Okay. And this is important to see when I added it, because I think that it could actually have an impact on, I think all these are 2022, because I started to spend a lot more to this year. So 2022, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, what am I adding to this? I'm going to add added on. Come on, Emmanuel. Added at. Let's see what happens here. I got to relocate. And month. Let's see how this works. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't stop recording. It works. Let's see. Mod 1. Should be a number. Okay, that's good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the label there on the month. And it's gonna give us options, or should give us options. Label is true. Okay. So then here, when I do this, I should have the label of the month. Yay! Alright, so what we can do is we can at least see the frequency of me adding songs by month. And we can just do that as a little bar plot for funsies. So we can do mod 1 pipe gg plot AES x is going to be equal to month. Okay, Y. Okay, it's a little bit complicated. And then we're gonna do geom. Hopefully it still records. Geom bar. And I'm gonna do something quite interesting. I think I'm gonna say stat is equal to. So I want to count the number of months. So that's why I didn't say what y is. So I'm gonna say count. Let's see how this works. It's a little complicated. That's a little complicated. But we got this because we're smart. We got this. We got this. Theme BW. Let's see how that works. Does it work? Please don't. Oh yeah. All right. Got excited. July is when I added a lot of songs. This is actually kind of cool. I love data analysis. So yeah, January, of course, I wanted to, go to the gym a lot more. And then those songs really did a good job. Those 15, 16 songs. Had to add more because the motivation. And then September was an interesting month for me. But you see, data is so. This is magical. This is magical because during the end of the year, you got to put some music on. I mean, then at the end, in the middle of the year, to keep on going. So, as you can see, so that's cool. I'm done.